Salut YouTube.
Salut YouTube.
Euh, Comme t'as pu le voir, le partenaire de la dernière fois a démissionné.
Eh oui, il a pas fait long feu.
En avant-vent. J'espère que cette affaire va bien se passer. Il n'y a pas de raison de toute façon, hein, YouTube. Encore de la drogue, tu penses? La cité sans
187
voile.
at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
D'accord. D'accord.
D'accord,
Tu as
monsieur.
compris, une femme est
Le morphine
morte.
est de retour.
Une femme est morte et on aurait... La criminelle demande d'aller voir parce qu'on aurait trouvé de la morphine. Encore.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
J'espère qu'on va continuer d'avoir une bonne entente, enfin, de surface.
You're the reason brothers and sisters shouldn't marry.
Ah.
Oh, ça,
Alors,
ça c'est.
Alors ça c'est bien bof. Allez Roy, tu peux le faire toi aussi. Fantastique.
Formidable.
Seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
C'est vrai. On a trouvé pas mal de morphine.
Closing one case opens another.
Oh.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of L.A. forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
On a vraiment deux visions du monde. Hein. Mais les piétons, voilà. Là on va faire un rodrage, Clément.
Let's go rodrage. Mais la sienne.
Non, j'ai mal à la tête. Puis on est arrivé. Et il a vraiment voulu courir sous mes routes. C'est quoi ça?
Vous voulez frauder l'assurance?
Ouais, face à la police quand même. Bon, en même temps, on dirait pas la police, hein, vu de l'extérieur. Yo 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 les gringos.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Ok.
Thanks.
On peut pas regarder?
Advice?
Non, d'accord.
We'll need the scoop from the homicide boys and from Mal before we do anything else.
Est-ce que ça va être Rusty? Parce qu'il y a les mecs de la criminelle du coup.
Ouais.
Appartement 6 au fond du couloir, je pense qu'on a trouvé. Pas forcément le genre de... C'est plutôt classe, hein.
Ouais, c'est plutôt chic.
C'est pas un bouge.
Ah,
Bukowski, you made
putain.
homicide.
Ah.
That I did.
Bekowski.
Good to see you.
Ah,
Je
je suis trop content.
How can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
Oh, quel.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in
Putain,
the tub
Bekowski
by
l'a
a
fait,
cleaning
bien joué.
lady, Mrs. Reynoldson.
Mais il est avec Rusty. Là.
We heard Carruthers that
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills, falls asleep in the tub, rest in peace, case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Oh, Bekowski, quel homme.
Ah, mais putain, mais il me manque un petit peu, Bekowski. Par contre, l'autre gros tas là.
Ah.
Bon, visiblement, c'est le test d'entrée pour les criminels. Qu'est-ce Ah, mais je croyais que c'était le couloir qui menait à l'extérieur, mais pas du tout. Ah, c'est grand.
Et...
D'accord. Au moins, on a trouvé la
Bonjour
victime.
madame.
Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
Yeah, I took a look.
Be my guest.
Ah ouais, genre
On
il nous
aurait-
laisse tirer nos propres
Take a
conclusions
closer
quoi.
look at her head and neck.
Oui, elle a été étranglée, enfin, elle a été passée sous l'eau, quoi. C'est ça que je veux dire.
Bah non, justement en fait, il y a pas eu d'eau dans les poumons.
Ah, d'accord, j'avais pas compris ça.
Donc en fait, elle a été tuée
Je pensais que
avant,
justement, il y avait de l'écume dans ses poumons.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
C'est pas... C'est pas une dame qui a pas les moyens. Hein.
Plutôt aisée en effet, la dame.
Marque.
Bruising on the forearms and these
Morsure.
look like bite marks.
Very good.
On devient apprenti...
Médecin légiste.
Ouais.
The neck is bruised pretty badly.
Elle était étranglée. Ça se voit.
The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
It spread a trail of barbiturates.
C'est pas con.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her in these photos? It's something else.
No good to me.
D'accord.
I
Pas grand chose sur la scène de crime, j'imagine.
was
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she was having trouble with some boys, huh? Maybe she got her
En
heart
tout cas, on a un grand appartement à fouiller.
couldn't take it anymore.
Oh oui.
So she ran herself a bath and downed some pills, and then she just
Ouais, mais
drifted off.
vraiment les moyens. Hein.
I don't know.
Quality English smoking jacket.
Eh
I
bien.
don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Why? I'm sorry. I'm not being very clear.
C'était
Stay
fouillé.
there.
Enfin.
Okay.
Des barbituriques encore.
Looks like barbiturates.
On a appris que les théories du médecin légiste sont souvent les bonnes.
Barbiturates.
Plein
What else
de
is
bosses
rattling
de
around in this
somnifères.
thing?
Oh.
De la bézandrine. Benzédrine.
Bon Zedrine.
We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Bref, elle aurait pu être stone, mais ça explique pas les ecchymoses.
Clairement. C'est un meurtre. Meurtre par overdose.
On va parler à l'autre femme de ménage, j'imagine que c'est elle qui a découvert le corps.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look. Could have been a modeling assignment.
Mannequin à succès, visiblement.
Ma
Beautiful
foi.
girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Je peux observer l'objet en détail
Ah non, je pense pas.
Ah si.
Ah bah si. Ah bah ouais.
Ah, fallait peut-être faire ça pour toutes les photos. Oui, j'avais pas fait gaffe.
Et bah c'est parti. Ah.
On a une adresse.
It's a place to start.
Ah, est-ce que ce serait pas Un bordel déguisé, tout ça?
Oh, je sais pas. En tout cas, on va aussi faire ce que nous a dit le médecin légiste. Chercher à l'extérieur des seringues ou des trucs comme ça.
Ouais. Mais peut-être parler à la meuf.
Dans les poubelles, par exemple. Ouais, on va voir ça après.
Ah, une louche.
Une louche.
C'est louche tout ça.
C'est louche,
Doesn't
oui.
tell me anything.
Comment ça, c'est inutile? C'est louche. Haha, très intéressant. Mhm.
I doubt it.
Comment ça, tu penses pas? Et le rouleau à pâtisserie, qu'est-ce qu'il te dit?
Not sure this means much.
Bien sûr que si. Passage. Allô?
Don't think this is any use to us.
Bon.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
La police.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
État de santé de la victime, donc état d'esprit de la victime. On imagine donc que ça va être centré sur les barbituriques et le médicament qu'on a trouvé.
Tout à fait.
Upset.
No more than normal.
Oui, mais qu'est-ce que la normalité?
Possibilité de suicide. Ouais, mon cul. Deux suspects. Pourquoi c'est dans nos indices? C'est juste des suppositions, c'est pas vraiment des indices. J'imagine que... T'en penses quoi?
Dis-lui le mensonge pour voir,
Pour voir ce que ça dit.
ce qu'elle va nous rétorquer.
Hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson. Julie was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Disturbed by something.
Je dirais bien le benzédrine.
Ouais.
Parce que c'est définitivement un mensonge. Je regarde un peu partout.
Non, mensonge.
I can't stand around here all day waiting for you.
Oh, oh là
Face
là.
beneath the
Ah,
water.
ça commence.
I need to do something.
Oh non, mais non, mais non, mais j'ai
If you
pas
were any
envie.
kind of a detective, you wouldn't be trying to blame all this on Miss Julia.
Et on n'a pas du tout dit ça.
J'ai pas envie, j'ai vraiment pas envie que ça commence comme ça.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
J'ai pas vu, elle a dit quoi?
Elle vient ici 2 fois par semaine. Je vais mettre le doute. Hein.
Many friends. Mrs. Reynoldson, spill it.
I will not spread gossip about Miss Julia. She was very nice to me.
I don't care if she was the Virgin Mary sister. Who was she humping? You changed the sheets.
You're disgusting. If you're going to take that tone, I won't answer
bien,
any more
YouTube.
questions. can't stand around here all day waiting for you. Her face beneath the water? I need to do something.
C'est moi qui joue là, YouTube. Non, non, non.
Where are you going? I'm trying, officer. Please come back. I can't stand around here all day waiting for you. Her face beneath the water? I need to do something. I can't stand around here all day waiting for you.
Et bah,
Her
bonne
face
soirée,
beneath the
Clément.
water? I need
Mais
to
non,
do
mec.
something.
Tu veux que je joue?
J'ai plus envie de rien faire là.
Bon alors, enjoy le gameplay.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
On avait... Oh... Oui, on a rien. Je savais même pas qu'elle était là. X-Doubt.
Mrs. Reynoldsson, it seems like there's something
Nice.
you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
I know you're trying to protect Julia, Mrs. Reynoldsson, but it won't help us solve the case. Julia can't be hurt anymore.
Bon. Un début d'enquête difficile, mais on s'en sortira.
Je vais me pendre.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Est-ce qu'on n'aurait pas trouvé des seringues? Moi, je sais pourquoi. Cachette.
Fouille pas les poubelles.
Quoi?
Les poubelles. peux pas.
Non. Ah. Ça me rend fou.
Bienvenue dans mon monde.
Non, c'est bon, c'est refermé. Bon, pas ouvrir, mais... Attends, il y a un thing.
Ça c'est un déjà vu.
Ok. Ah. Il pleut, madame. Bon, et ben ok, hein. Désolé YouTube pour petit détour.
Plus désolé YouTube, j'en ai marre, j'en ai ma claque. Je prends ma retraite.
Dr Stoneman. Il était Stoneman. Comment je fais pour lui faire conduire?
Tu restes enfoncé.
That's that cop. Seemed like a decent guy. Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Il a pas voulu. Putain, mais elle va super vite.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Any available unit, the 44 suspect to be taken into custody at Sunset and Ivar. Unity.
Oh non.
T'es allé droit dedans.
Je suis allé droit dedans, mais je pensais pas que ça allait trigger un truc.
Detective Phelps.
Look, Phelps, in a minute, a bagman named Rampley's gonna walk in.
J'ai envie de crever.
Mint on some
On peut annuler?
Non.
We
Non.
don't care about Rampley so much as we want his boss. He's the one we're gonna put away for fixing the race.
We're hoping Rampley will lead us to him.
Bingo. Here's what you're gonna do. Get in there. Blend in.
Oh
Wait for our mark.
putain, c'est horrible
In the
en
dark.
plus. Oh,
Je peux quitter.
ça fait revenir au menu principal.
Et quand je reprends.
Je sais pas où ce sera save du coup.
Désolé YouTube, mais là...
C'est déjà le pire épisode de tous. Hein.
Oh, celui d'avant-hier, enfin, l'avant-dernier était pas... Oh yes. Allez, j'ai de l'espoir. Comment je fais pour...
Pour
je
moi,
reste là depuis longtemps.
Tiens, je vais le faire du coup.
Vas-y.
Can you drive to this one?
Merci.
He's the cop that arrested that movie producer. It's about time some of those movie people went to jail.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely
bien.
had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I notice you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Play?
Ouais, là je le play. Je te voyais pas avancer. Oh, bizarre. Le médecin qui soigne ses patients à l'ail et au piment.
En effet.
Bon. D'accord. Il est pas là.
Stoneway.
C'est Stoneway?
Stoneman.
Il est là.
Stoneman.
606.
Here, Stoneman,
506.
505.
Oh, c'est tout en haut. Il y a un ascenseur, oui.
Oh oui.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
On se rapproche du but. 505, il n'y a pas 504? Ah si. Salut,
Yes, sir. Your name?
police.
LAPD, we'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Je gère l'interrogatoire.
Vas-y.
Salut. C'est toi le docteur Stoneman?
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain here.
Ah d'accord, c'est pas toi.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, detective.
Alors, quel est votre lien avec la victime, s'il vous plaît, monsieur?
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Alors, laissez-moi voir ce que j'ai sur vous, monsieur. J'ai notamment une ordonnance de votre part, il me semble.
De juillet 1946.
Mais nous sommes bien... Ce n'est pas il y a 6 mois, enfin. J'en sais rien, je ne connais pas la date, mais...
Oui, moi non plus, je sais pas quand est-ce qu'on est.
Julia
Vous
Randall has been
mentez.
your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, detective?
Oui.
Voilà.
Do you have access to my patient records?
Bien joué, Clem.
Non, mais on a une ordonnance qui était planquée dans un truc chelou.
Your prescription
Bien joué.
contradicts
Bam.
you, doctor.
Deux questions que tu fais, deux succès. Hein. Je commence à dire que je vais être sur la
We
touche.
jumped up on benzodrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the benzodrine.
It's not illegal, detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Ouais.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for benzodrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Ouf. Ouais, j'ai pas le bagage médical, mais...
Ce qu'il y a, c'est que t'as pas... Enfin, elle était vraiment dans le mannequinat. Hein.
Ouais,
je te
mais
laisse gérer,
enfin,
Clem.
Pour moi, je connais quelqu'un, il a dit quand t'as pas de preuves, c'est un doute.
C'est quelqu'un.
Doute.
Benzodrine is
Bien joué.
addictive, as I'm sure you know,
Oh
doctor.
là là.
As I wonder.
En fait, je vais juste laisser Flavien et Clem jouer, et puis moi je vais regarder. Bonne,
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
bonne chance pour les prochains
I
let's
knew the
play.
line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Nice.
Bien joué. Enfin, t'en sais pas grand chose de plus, hein. Tu sais qu'elle avait pris de la benzodrine et que c'était addictif. Bien joué.
Bien joué à moi.
En vrai... Tu peux y retourner, toi et ta
C'est
sciatique.
bon,
Hein.
monsieur asiatique. Hop, je me bats.
Et d'ailleurs, une sciatique, tu te mets pas comme ça. Hein. Tu t'assois pas comme ça. C'est un faker, je pense. Hein. La boutique de vêtements. Putain, on a vraiment que ça.
Allez.
Et l'appartement où on a peut-être pas trouvé les piqûres. Il est effrayant, c'était censé.
Oui.
The old boy is lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead.
Ouais.
That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Il y a quelque chose derrière tout ça. Ton bête, Clément.
Je pense que pour l'instant c'est trop early to tell.
Oui.
Bah je me fais pas respecter, je me fais pas respecter quoi. Ah, c'est honteux quoi. Super hein.
Et c'est comme ça que Phelps, légende de la police de Los Angeles, meurt en pleine enquête.
Ouais.
Oh, elle est exceptionnelle, bravo Clément, bravo. Ah, tu dois recommencer l'interrogatoire? Oh, oh, oh.
Non, je crois pas.
Attends, je regarde. C'est bon.
Ouais, parce que le lieu était déjà là-bas. Ouais, tu peux m'y emmener. Parce que tu sais, moi je comprends pas, genre moi je me fais écraser par les gens.
You can drive.
C'était ce connard là.
C'est
Qu'est-ce qui vient de passer là? Ouais. J'ai
Have you
reconnu.
noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
C'est quoi cette musique de dingue?
Pa 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 pa.
Pa 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 pa. Beep.
Alors,
Bien bel endroit.
ma foi très chic.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, man.
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything
Je
wrong.
sais.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
Oui.
She was found dead this morning.
Alors,
How
est-ce
long
qu'elle
had
était
Julia
forte?
worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Les gens s'en foutent qu'elle soit morte.
Bon, jusque-là...
Elle est stoïque, hein. Ah, c'est devenu une poupée de cire.
Je penche sur la vérité.
Moi aussi. J'ai
why you
jamais
let
vu
Miss
quelqu'un
Randall
comme
go?
ça.
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Virer une mannequin parce qu'elle
Does she
était
have
trop
any
belle.
close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer.
On va voir la
These
réaction
gentlemen
nous-mêmes.
are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is
She's
she?
a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
C'est un saphir noir? Non.
Je sais pas, c'est bizarre. Je pense qu'il y a quelque chose à
Some pearl,
observer.
Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
C'est vrai que c'est une belle bague.
C'est chelou, pourquoi on a fait ça?
Parce que c'est peut-être pas en rapport avec le train de vie du couple.
Ah.
J'ai pas suivi du coup la question. Ni la réponse.
C'est ça?
Non, c'est start. Enfin, pause.
Ouais.
Julia, c'est mon fiancé qui me l'a proposé, présenté. Henri Arnott. D'accord. Pas vraiment l'air de mentir aussi.
Ouais.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
Elle ne le connaît pas non plus.
Ouais, là c'est c'est straight vérité là.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
Alors que c'était son amie la plus proche.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson.
Enfin, une des
Could you
amies
ask
les
your
plus proches.
fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Ah, by the way, elle est dead.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, I can't believe
Oh
it.
no, 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 no.
She was so full of life.
Plus maintenant.
C'est bien vrai.
T'as vu qu'elle était pas contente elle. T'as un coup de fil à passer.
Mais non. Mais dites-moi tout, détective.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Yes, Detective. According coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you.
Ok.
Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Allez Clément, direction hôpital de Hollywood. Même si t'es pas là.
Putain, j'étais en train de toucher.
You know the way. You can drive.
Bah ouais.
Putain, il me fait peur le tramway.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking a big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Ah, merci Roy de nous dire ça. Mais nous, on sera pas un vendu comme toi.
Après, il envoie de toutes les couleurs, Roy, hein. Il connaît tout. Il sait, il voit le monde tel qu'il est.
Ah, c'est beau ce que tu dis là. Regarde à droite.
Did you read about the Tarleton case in the paper? That's the cop who solved it.
Le colonel.
Losing
Ah,
everything
c'est le
like
bureau.
that.
Ah.
Yo gringo.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
En effet, c'est pour ça qu'on
You're the
est là.
only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers.
Oh.
Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
C'est qui lui?
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Ah,
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found
C'est
something
vrai que
else.
c'est vraiment.
C'est un peu tiré par les cheveux. Ouais.
Ce serait vraiment alambiqué de penser tout ça.
Oui, d'accord. Putain, il a été défoncé.
Pas bien fait.
Attends. Je sais pas. J'ai cru pouvoir bouger, mais... C'est tout ce que je peux faire, visiblement.
Bah, super.
Slow down.
Toujours.
What do you think?
Hey, Mal's got something he wants to show you.
Oui. Mais qu'est-ce que je peux faire?
Bah, juste montre-le nous en fait, au lieu de vouloir nous faire un apprenti médecin légiste.
Qu'est-ce que je dois faire? Mal.
You need to get back to the case, detective. I've got reports to write.
Ouais, mais en plus il nous parle mal.
That's the latest thing.
Je comprends pas.
I hear he's an honest cop.
Ah, d'accord, il y avait des trucs.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
Okay. Ah, c'était vraiment ça?
Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door.
Ok.
Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal, thanks for the lead.
C'est quand même mieux que d'avoir Roy que de Rusty.
Oh oui.
Mais voilà! Il y a encore un truc!
Ah, ça saoule.
Je vais craquer, hein.
Contrary to what your partner thinks, I think the LeBlanc angle has wheels. You need to follow it up.
Pas moi du tout.
Ah, ça c'est le son déjà.
Oui, oui. Je suis craqué. Est-ce qu'il a caché quelque chose dans son bureau?
De la morphine, c'est lui qui les a mis.
Tiens, tiens, tiens.
Passe à côté des cadavres.
What now?
We should see what we can shake out of our net while we got him in the interview room.
Oui. Tilling. Tilling. Bon bah...
Ouais, c'est... ce jeu est pété.
À part me mettre des doutes dans ma tête... C'est peut-être qu'on va y revenir, hein. C'est l'appartement qui me chiffonne personnellement. Cette histoire de seringue.
Ah bah, c'est juste en face.
Oui.
Pichou.
I recognize that guy from the papers.
Oui, c'est moi, toujours. Allez, bonne chance, Clem.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming.
Bonjour, monsieur Arnay.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news.
Très bien habillé, monsieur Henry. Je me demande quelle est sa profession.
Monsieur Arnett, comment connaissez-vous la victime?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
J'ai l'air sérieux.
Mais attends.
J'ai vu l'acteur quelque part, par contre.
Oui, ça me vient un truc.
Non, je pense pas qu'il mente, hein, sur ce coup-là.
Je me remémore juste mes petits trucs, ok.
C'est ton choix. Oh putain.
We were friends. Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man. Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Ah, c'est un peu plus sérieux là.
Ouais. Bah doute hein. On n'a pas de...
Je crois pas.
J'ai envie de voir un mensonge. Qu'est-ce qu'on a là? Doute hein. Si j'utilise mon intuition. Je demande à la commu. « 50-50%. On choisit la bonne réponse à falloir utiliser ton intuition. Demandez à la commu, hein.
47,2, c'est pas beaucoup, hein.
Ouais, ça fait du 50-50.
Comme tu veux. Peut-être c'est pas déconnant d'utiliser l'intuition. On en a 3.
Ouais.
Demander à la commu, j'ai jamais utilisé parce que ça me semble tellement fumé. Ça me semble... Ah.
Ouais, mais...
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, Detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
Non, rien.
Fais voir emploi de mannequin. Ouais, non, on s'en fout. Le meurtre, c'est quoi? D'accord. On a rien.
D'autant.
Sorry, my mistake.
On a loupé un indice, sans doute.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man
Oh
named
là
Henderson?
là. Oh là là.
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Super, on sait toujours rien sur le mec qu'elle voyait, qui est sûrement le suspect numéro 1.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Par contre, Jimmy Leblanc, je crois bien.
C'est le cambrioleur.
Ah oui. Bah, vu qu'on connaissait pas son existence jusque-là, mais qui tourne les yeux tout le temps.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I'd say all
And
fair
it's
and love
clothing
and war.
emporium.
Can you identify the man in this picture? No, sorry.
You're some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. The Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
C'est un mytho.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Ah, dis donc. Tu vas avoir la filature. En voiture, j'espère, parce qu'à pied, c'est horrible.
He's in that car at
Oui,
the lights.
on a déjà fait une...
Oui. Non, mais filature à pied, on en a fait qu'une seule pour l'instant dans le dernier épisode et c'était infâme.
Oui, ouais, j'ai...
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
God damn it, everyone's looking at us, Cole.
Il faut que tu roules normalement. Du coup. Aussi.
Et je roule normalement. Oh là là, la priorité.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Oui, il nous a bien niqué quand même, hein, t'inquiète pas.
Ah mais monsieur, vous êtes complètement faux.
Oh, j'ai cru que t'avais fait un tout droit sur le piéton.
Très maniable cette...
Ah, tu trouves toi aussi?
J'espère. Aucune idée si c'est ça.
C'est lourd, hein. La conduite a l'air lourde. Mais la sirène.
Ah, top, je m'arrête. Je pense pas que ce soit la bonne idée.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Idiot.
On a cru comprendre, Phelps. Il s'arrête?
Ouais, bien l'impression, ouais.
quoi ce...
Rolling Sword. Achat-revente.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps.
Oh,
I'll bring the car around when I'm
Bonne
done
chance.
here.
Il est trop loin déjà. Non. Tu sais comment te mettre à couvert avec la manette?
Non.
Bon, attends, je prends le contrôle du coup. Oh là là.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Oh mais du coup, ouais.
Too much slack.
Non mais je pense qu'il fallait continuer le... T'inquiète, mais...
Vas-y, bah...
Ça doit être un bouton de joystick, je crois.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack.
Okay.
Gotta get closer.
Je suis à la compression de l'infini.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Mais vas-y, tout ça à cause de la voiture qui a klaxonné là. Pas saouler.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Mais c'est casse les couilles, ça reset la visée à chaque fois.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Tu as vu, tu peux passer en mode incognito.
Ouais, c'était à côté du...
Oui, du journal.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Je peux essayer.
Vas-y, go.
Ok, vous voulez me coucher tôt.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Je sais pas du tout quand il se retourne. On perd de vachement près. Hein. Il doit y avoir du monde, c'est pour ça.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Oh putain!
Oh mais...
Oh, tu l'as déboîté. Les volants.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Toi, tu peux maintenir X pour centrer la caméra.
Ça marche pas du tout. Ah si. Ça marche une fois de temps en temps. Mais ce qu'il y a, c'est que du coup, j'avance vers lui.
Ouais,
c'est mal branlé. Je me rends compte que je sais même pas ce que c'est ma touche pour passer en mode incognito.
En vrai, hein, qu'on reste comme ça jusqu'à ce qu'il regarde full derrière lui.
Parce que c'est à ce moment-là qu'on se fait niquer.
Ouais. Et là, go go go.
J'aimerais bien.
Keep walking, pal.
Ah mais attends, il traverse.
Finalement, le journal m'intéressait.
Ok, go.
J'aimerais bien, mais il met 3 heures à sortir des journaux. Il a regardé derrière. On peut pas dire aux collègues de le faire.
Tu vas te faire serrer les chaussures?
Oui. Il a regardé derrière d'un coup. Il est déjà trop long.
Il est rentré.
Oui, mais j'aimerais bien bouger. Je te jure, hein, ça met des heures.
Je te crois. Et il est passé dans l'arrière, je pense, à gauche. Ouais, là.
Too much slack.
Ok, on y est, putain. C'était pas loin, mais pourtant.
Et B.
Il part pour un voyage.
Hawaii!
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my god. It's Fabergé.
Oh putain.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
Oh non.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Fabergé, hein.
10 000 balles.
Fabergé, un des plus grands bijoutiers de l'histoire.
Eh oui.
J'ai trouvé ça.
Beverly.
Je sais pas ce qu'on a. En tout cas, on a un appel à donner.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who was pretending to be dead?
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks, man.
Allez, maintenant c'est ton enquête, Clem.
Go à 9ème patrouille division Hollywood.
On va pas voir Galloway et Wachowski autant. Pas voir.
Ouais, si, go.
Oh, vas-y.
Ouais, je sais.
You're behind the wheel.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus 2 dames always equals problems.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Un étui de cigarette Fabergé, c'est peut-être.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Alors.
I'm telling you, it'll never stay.
Stadio, ah bah, et voilà.
Arnett must be out of his
Et un Black Sapphire Ring
while
aussi.
under a murder cloud.
Eh oui.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Et bien voilà.
Non mais oui. Et peut-être...
Ah, le truc...
Pearl Ring.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Et bien voilà, on a notre coupable. Bah c'était tout, non?
Ce qu'il y a, c'est que j'ai pas encore fini visiblement. Oui, oui, non mais...
Bah t'as pas de tout, hein.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
Ah.
Ah.
Ok.
Enquêter chez les Evestrom. Ok. Et du coup, nos Galloway et Bukowski sont où?
I have no fucking clue, man.
On est de retour à les criminels là, je rêve pas.
Non, non, on est toujours à Hollywood.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my staff.
I think his name is Phelps. We brought in the case for that poor lady killed near City Hall.
Putain, mais tout le monde parle de nous, c'est quoi là?
Oh bah... Qu'est-ce que tu crois?
Non mais je pense qu'ils sont pas là, hein.
Si, c'était là où on m'amenait.
Bah voilà.
Ah oui. Je pensais qu'on allait parler avec eux. Demander ce qu'ils avaient trouvé.
J'entends bien.
Oh, je regarde. Hein.
Je pense que c'est eux, la 9e patrouille, je sais plus quoi.
Non, 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 t'as pas compris.
Je pense pas.
La 9ème patrouille, c'est le dernier gars qui a arrêté le cambrioleur là.
Ah.
Ça bosse? Pas du tout. Oh, si c'est la même merde que le bus de la dernière fois, je vais craquer, je te jure. Non mais...
Ah, qu'on retrouvé le bus là?
J'en ai peur.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
he in some kind of trouble?
Oh putain, j'ai cru qu'on allait avoir un truc pathétique. Oh là là.
Oh là là là.
Receives a copy of the president's address. Mr. Truman confronts.
Bon, on sait qu'il y a plein de trucs de voler. Je pense que c'est un gros chapardeur, le monsieur. Oh là là.
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
J'espère qu'il va le choper, Roy. Allez, Wallace. Oh là! Oh, le guet-apens.
Headshot.
Throw out the guns.
Oh là là, tu les as tous tués.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. We nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
No.
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
You think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
C'est vrai.
Willy. Pote du cambrioleur. On a aussi cette maison qui s'est fait cambrioler aussi.
You drive.
You know the way. You can drive.
Je suis désolé mais j'ai la flamme, Roy.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Oh, ce serait lui.
Après il y a ce gars qui veut partir à Mexique, Mexico. Alors. Qui a volé plein de trucs.
C'est lui, hein.
Tu veux dire le pote du cambrioleur?
Ouais.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
Ce piano là, ça se refuse rien.
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man? If you are returning 43 pieces of my property.
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Elle est toute
Alors,
à
pas le temps de niaiser.
Elle est toute à toi, Clem.
Elle est toute à moi?
Oui.
Oh yes. Alors madame, qu'est-ce qu'on vous a volé?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective.
Ah.
A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Ouais. Ah.
Je suis pas sûr pour le tiers.
C'est d'autres là?
Comme tu veux, je sais pas ce qu'on a à l'épreuve.
No idea who did this burglary.
C'est une
A lot of
catastrophe.
these cases tend to be inside jobs.
On fait une catastrophe.
How dare you impugn my character and the character of my staff? If you have no further questions, I suggest you leave.
Oh non.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night, at least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Ouais, elle appelle un mytho.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife.
Dr.
I
Stoneman.
returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department
Ouais,
will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Oh là 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 là.
Is a member of the ACB network, American Century Broadcasting.
On est 3 du coup dans la voiture.
Incroyable, première fois.
Oui. On va mettre la sirène évidemment.
Faut impressionner la dame.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to
Je pense qu'il utilisait plusieurs noms le gars. Henri machin.
Ouais. Willy. Willy quand il cambriole.
100% le genre de gars qui fait ça.
Ouais.
Mais dégagez, c'est la police. Je pense que ma théorie, Clem.
Ouais.
Je pense que avec son gars.
Ouais.
Lui s'amusait à draguer les filles, à rentrer chez elles, les riches, les bourgeoises, rentrer chez elles, voler ce qu'il trouvait avec son gars, puis après casser avec elle, tout avec le faux nom.
Ouais. Oh là là.
Et le.
Et l'affaire.
Je pense qu'il a été confronté avec notre cadavre et c'est la seule solution qu'il ait trouvée.
Ouais.
C'est ma théorie. C'est à l'autre bout de la ville et j'ai envie de mourir. Après bon, j'ai envie de te dire, il y a une sirène. Hein.
J'avoue. Hein. Là en vrai c'est tous des trollers là, pas se ranger. Hein.
J'étais en train de faire le truc de ma vie mais il y a une cinématique.
Ça dégoûte.
Allez Willy la cambriole.
So what next?
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Moi, il y a une réception.
Welcome, sir.
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Pourquoi il a hésité?
Ouais, c'est étrange tout ça. Après, il y a l'air d'y avoir quand même pas mal de monde dans l'immeuble.
Je pense que c'est une mauvaise personne qu'on a trouvée.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Ah.
Il m'habite que ça va être le mec. Oh.
Oh putain.
Stop!
Don't
LAPD!
kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put
get
your
after
hands
him.
in the air.
Pour une fois qu'on va choper quelqu'un vivant chez les mœurs.
Incroyable.
Give it up, LAPD!
Oh non, pas ça.
Montre-lui. Ah, tu peux pas dégonner ton arme?
Don't make me chase you!
Non, je peux pas. En fait, c'est qu'à certains moments.
Ouais.
C'est pas si mal.
Bien joué.
Forcément.
Oh là là, non.
On a tout perdu, hein.
Oh là là, on est au fond du fond.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming round, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
Tu t'occupes de
Henry?
De l'interroger?
De l'interroger, ouais.
Regarde la valise. Enfin, fouille.
Alors...
Je suis allé pisser.
Un billet de train pour Mexico.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her? Vacheron Constantine. It's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
Donc une montre beaucoup trop chère pour ses moyens, ainsi que un billet de train pour Mexico.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
Alors là, je ne sais pas si j'attends Val ou pas.
T'as fouillé tout l'appart?
Je fouillais le truc dans la valise. Et en gros, il y avait une montre beaucoup trop chère pour lui et un train pour Mexico.
J'espère que t'as pas loupé des indices.
Donc là, la question c'était réseau de cambrioleurs. Nous savons pour la bague, vous et Randall, le oui, comme exécutant, je suis dans la mode. Bon alors moi j'ai envie de lui dire un petit mytho.
Avec l'étui de cigarette.
Ouais. Parce que ça frérot, où est-ce que tu l'as hein? Alors, mensonge.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Qu'est-ce que ferait l'étui de cigarette qui a été volé en ta possession?
Because you pawned a
Oh,
Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea.
Huh?
Get a list of society parties and find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Oh là, elle va exploser.
Why did Reed
Alors,
kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was gonna marry Heather if she'd have it.
oh la bonne demande en mariage.
Told the others that they were out. That she was gonna create a new gang.
C'est dit le mensonge?
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made
Je pense pas que c'est à ce point-là.
And when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
Ouais, mais là, frérot, t'étais quand même en train de fuir, quoi. J'ai ton billet de train.
Comme tu veux. C'est vrai. T'as trouvé la montre vachement Constantin. Très bonne marque de montre, hein, si tu veux.
Ouais.
Oui. Oh, c'est sûrement ça. Bravo, putain, tu remontes l'affaire.
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
I had no choice. I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face. To pay Willie and Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
Voilà, on a notre man.
Et Monsieur Henderson, du coup.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Oh, mais quel mytho, mais c'est...
On a quelque chose sur Anderson?
Je sais pas.
Oh, j'étais très loin de la vérité avec ma... On en a rien du tout.
Intuition.
Comme tu veux. Alors là, je te dis, c'est ton affaire.
Allez, la commu.
Ouais.
Ah, bah...
Mensonge. Est-ce que mensonge, ça te donne ça donne l'indice utilisé?
Je crois pas.
Oh, j'espère que c'était pas un...
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list.
Oh ouais, je ne tiens pas le journal. Quel fils de pute.
Le saphir noir, hein. En vrai. Premier cambriolage. Bégorné d'un saphir noir.
Ouais.
Je veux dire... C'est peut-être ça, hein.
Ouais, on va essayer saphir noir.
No such person, detective.
Ouais.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Quel fils de pute.
Henry Arnett, you were under
Je sais
arrest
pas ce qu'il fallait
for
prendre.
burglary.
Il y avait
And
peut-être
for
un
the
indice
murder
qu'on a
of
loupé.
Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm
Ah.
not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Oh.
Bon bah let's go, hein.
Oh là là.
Henderson était Stoneman.
C'est ce qu'il dit, mais on n'a pas de preuve de ça. C'était peut-être lui.
Alors.
Cabinet du docteur Stoneman encore. C'est pour ça qu'il était encore...
J'ai cramé pas mal d'intuition par contre.
That's that
Je peux
cop.
lui demander de m'y emmener.
Seems like a decent guy.
You're behind the wheel.
Merci, monsieur.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
Il était où 505?
Oui.
Putain mais il est 20h là je crois in-game.
Time for the doctor to give us
Toujours
something to make us all
dans son
better.
cabinet là? Ça m'étonnerait quand même.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
Oh yeah.
I'm so glad you came.
Oh.
Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. You know that I loved her. I ruined my life.
C'était
for
lui le
her,
peignoir.
and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that
Comment?
Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
Le quoi?
Le peignoir.
Ah.
On a trouvé.
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
Oh mon dieu!
Quelle affaire.
Out of practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry.
Oh la tête.
I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key.
Oh il est résigné, ça c'est beau. Ah bah il est pas si résigné. C'est ça.
On aurait peut-être dû fermer la fenêtre avant. Ça va faire tâche.
De fou. J'ai trop le seum là.
Appelle.
Appelle.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Putain, je pensais qu'il avait fait ses responsabilités
I
et
need
tout,
an
mais...
ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine.
C'est toujours pas fini.
Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
Bah, là c'est le dernier du coup.
Oui.
Un qui est mort, enfin un deuxième
Let's
qui est
try and
mort
wrap
et
this up,
le
then.
troisième on l'a arrêté.
Donc on regarde pas la fille qui est détruite.
C'est quoi?
Je veux dire la fille qui pleure là. Que le docteur soit
That
mort.
old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful, Roy.
C'est la mauvaise blague.
For a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing
Toujours
what they're
l'appartement
told.
de Julien.
I've got friends that work at you. How about $5 for this?
That's that cop. Seemed like a decent guy.
Oui, je le fais.
You can drive.
Nice. Appartement de Willy, 1h du matin.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find the game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
Bon, bah, on a des nouvelles de Bekowski, ça c'est bon.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Thinking
Écoute l'harmonica.
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut.
Je l'entends à gauche
Don't want
perso.
him to bolt on us.
Bah, suis ton instinct, je l'entendais à droite. Mais je vais pas bien.
Wait. Cole. You hear that?
Oh, je vais tellement pas bien. Dans l'allée, à gauche.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Oh.
Actuellement, ouais.
Appréhender. T'es pas obligé de tuer, je pense. Je m'occupe de la course poursuite.
Vas-y, vas-y, vas-y.
C'est déjà parti super loin, j'ai envie de mourir.
T'inquiète, c'est tout.
Je sais pas comment on va l'avoir en vie maintenant.
Toujours plus fort.
Mais il s'est TP ou quoi? J'ai même pas vu courir.
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings.
There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
Oh là là, mais il est invincible.
Oh mais attends, mais c'est quoi ce gars-là?
C'est un délire.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Ah. Putain, qu'est-ce que c'était long.
Oh, c'était une des affaires les plus longues qu'on a faites. Et en vrai, on a même pas fait un si mauvais travail.
Oh
en vrai, 3 étoiles. A plus YouTube.
Plus YouTube.
On aura fait du chemin, toi et moi, là, aujourd'hui.